Alright, welcome back to Kittlegotgame and PowerWasher, Part 2, Game 2. Let's do some more cleaning. And try to remember how to play. Yeah, we can pick our job from here, I believe, is one way to do it. 81% complete. Nice. Let's continue. Hey, Chew, how you doing? What's up? Alright, got that there. Let me just check that. Check that real quick. Okay. Sorry about that. I was just making sure my chat was up. Perfect. What's going on, Chew? Alright, we gotta pick up where we left off. And really, it's just that middle floor, I believe, we have left. We can get a good chunk of that, probably, by just going up here with the ladder. Maybe. I think we're gonna have to go up there, though. Probably. Which button reveals everything? Not that one. That one, okay. Shows the dirt a little easier. We gotta do that. Okay. Yeah, I think it's easier to bring the scaffolding over. Except here, I get a little more distance on this ledge to do this part. It all of a sudden got hot here in Southern California again. It was like 90 degrees today, and it's going to be like 93 tomorrow. What the heck? A little bit of a late heat wave. So, got my AC going still. What's going on, EC? 47 months. Almost at that 4-year mark. Thank you very much for all the support. You didn't have to do it. But you did. Got back there 3 goals. Oh, I saw it was up. They were up by 2. I mean, Connor's having a good game, it looks like, right? Hat change. Or hat trick, I guess is what they call it, don't they? No, but like Ottawa scored those 3 goals like within a few minutes, it looked like. I can't watch the game because they don't have it on here. I was just watching the, whatever they call that, the live view, like the live play-by-play on NHL.com, which kind of sucks, but better than nothing. I probably could have figured out how to listen to it on, I'm sure it was on Sirius satellite radio somewhere if I do it from the computer. But I didn't. So that game's pretty much over, eh? Well, if they're up 6-3, then I guess we scored a touchdown, just not the extra point yet. Holy cow. What was crazy is when I was looking at it, it was like 5-3, but we only had like 12 shots on goal or something like that. It was like, not too many shots on goal. It seemed really low. Like, crazy low. We'll get this little bit here pretty easy. Nice. Back-to-back hat tricks against them. Oh, dang, I didn't know that. Well, that sounds like they need to work on a better plan for him. Alright, we gotta use the scaffolding. Dancing on that ledge is a little... We could use this guy. I don't know. Felt like such a short game. Yeah, Pop. Yeah, in comparison, you're right. Just a little bit, right? You can't just blame the pitch clock for that either. It was just yeah. Which way does this go? It goes this way. Okay. They make this a little difficult, don't they? Get as close as we can. How about right there? That should get us something. Maybe. You can listen to it on the NH. You know what? I saw the listen button. I didn't even try it. Because every time, like, when I go to, like, other websites to do that, like, you know, NFL or MLB, mostly, or even the NBA. Yeah, basically all the others. If you click on the listen button, like, it just, like, wants you to pay for stuff or download something, or... I didn't even try it. I guess every now and then maybe it wouldn't do that, but every time I tried it, wants you to pay or... Or no, the last one I tried listening to, what was it? I can't remember what game I tried listening to. It looked like it was going to work, but it said the game was blacked out in my area or something. Like it was just some recording saying I couldn't listen to it because of my area. I'm like, what? I hate that. Like that's the stupidest shit, right? Oh yeah, we gotta clean all this up here. Oh man. Man, I thought like 81% complete, like that meant just a tiny bit, but I guess this is a big job. Yeah, let's try maybe a wider nozzle. That just doesn't get it as good. That's good enough. Yeah, when I was looking, I saw that it looked like they weren't doing good on their power plays. Like, that, they just need to, like, they needed to convert at least a power play or two, you know, and that would have narrowed it down a little bit. This nozzle kinda does it. It's just... This one doesn't clean it at all. But, should we do like the... So on the new power washer, you can do soap. Okay, let's just try this. Put a lot of soap down. And the soap is free in this game now. Because they know nobody in PowerWash 1 ever used soap because it was a pain in the butt and it was expensive. So in this game, they made soap free. And it cleans everything super easily. So let's just see here. So I just soaped all this up really well, right? Okay. And now I should be able to go to like a really wide nozzle. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like this, and just lightly spray it off. Look at that. They made it too easy, didn't they? Look at, from even far away, it just cleans it right off. Just right off. No effort at all. So I guess that's one way to play the game now. Just go over everything with soap. And then go over it just with whatever biggest nozzle you got, and you're done. Or you just use high pressure and no soap. #1 in the power play, really? Hey, Pablo. 2-2, it's a new series. It's coming back to Toronto, isn't it? Yep. No matter what. What up, Nubs? So yeah, here's the soap again. Kind of dumb. I don't know. Kind of dumb that they made it as easy as they did. Ah, man, I'm just putting all the wrong buttons here. Really, I missed this spot because there's a bunch of roof left. I guess they count this edge as roof. Yeah, they do, don't they? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that gets the dirt. It's not getting the green shit, though, at that nozzle, so... Gotta go to, like, here. There you go. Or we gotta soap it all first. Fell asleep and like... Well, yeah, I mean... Even my time zone, it almost went to midnight, so... Yeah, most people, I'm sure, did fall asleep, or they just said, fuck it, and set their DVR to record, but it doesn't really matter. Like, you're not going to hear who won, you know, but I guess if you wanted to watch it, you can still watch it, but... There we go. %90 complete. Hey there, Demonic. Wonder if Mark fell asleep during the game, or if he watched it. He stopped talking on Discord, so I was wondering if he fell asleep. Since the night before's game went so long and so late. Stop hitting that button. They changed the buttons from last game to this game, so I keep hitting the wrong buttons a lot. And I know there's in the settings, you can set it back to the old game buttons, but I'm trying not to do that because, like, they did add a couple things that are better, I think, like being able to just quickly add the extension nozzle on, like, with a button, or... I think it's a little bit better, but it's still confusing. Anyway. Mostly I keep hitting R2, like, to go in the free aim like this, and I can't... I think that was how you showed the dirt last time, maybe, and now it's a different button. I can't remember which... It's R3 now. Let's see, what are we missing here? Oh, we didn't do all this over here, did we? Jeez. Yikes. Nice. Got those walls done there. It's crazy that there's another game tomorrow, right? And then they take a day off and go back to Toronto, I think. Pretty sure that's how it works. Nice. Nice. Yeah, they changed whatever button I keep trying to hit, they changed them, and hopefully we'll get used to it. If not, whatever. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. Mm-hmm. 94% complete with the job now. Getting there. Bam! Alright. Oh, there's some work down here, isn't there? Let's hop down. We're obviously missing some parts of that. Probably underneath, right? How do we crouch? Like this? There we go. There we go. Good enough under that ledge. Come on, why won't he? Okay. Wasn't standing up on me. Okay. Wasn't wanting to stand up. So we already kind of decided we're doing Witcher tomorrow? Is that what we're doing? Witcher Wednesday? No GeoGuessr? Alright. I guess we'll have to wait another week for GeoGuessr. Even though I think we did a Halloween map, didn't we, for GeoGuessr? That's okay. You can do that a little late. Not gonna hurt anybody, I guess. Okay. Already got the furniture. The window's good. It's just this section. There we go. I need to get that extension on there. That's working nicely. Nice. Huh? Oh, trying to jump. There we go. We got it. Anything else over here? Looking good. Looking good over here. Over here. And looking good. And then I know it's bad over here. Okay. That's what we're talking about. Nice. Looking good, looking good. A couple of spots in there. Okay, missing something there. 99% complete. Up is the top, isn't it? Yep. Missing that ledge. Okay. we get that? So we're just missing that over here. We're getting down to it. Second floor window frame we're missing. That's marked over here. Oh, we missed something on here. Oh, look at this. We got it. You hit 1941 Pokemon teacups. Uh-oh. Depends on what side they're fighting on. It could have been 1939, I guess. Alright, press to finish. Let's watch our replay here. That was a tough job. That was a lot. I mean, none of it was super difficult. It was just a big job. All right. Our bank balance is up to 2,500 bucks. Nice. Let's go ahead and continue. Oh, we got to go back and finish our billboard. I forgot about that. Oh, we're at 73%. Okay. Jeff Jefferson the 13th had us working on this billboard here. And I think we got pretty much just the underside to do. I'm just going to place that there. Go to the top and see what it looks like. Ooh, pretty close up at it here, aren't we? I gotta stick with this nozzle. Oh, we got the. And I know we gotta clean all the lights on the outside too. Those are gonna be a bitch. Those are gonna be a bitch indeed. I know it. But this isn't too bad here. A little bit there. Over here a little bit. We need that extension. Forgot about that. There we go. That's much better. What up, Gringo? Ching. Hey, we got one of the panels done. How about that? Watch where you can step and where you can't on this platform that we got. Is that Mayor serious? He can't take Ulysses back. Yeah, he ain't taking my cat back. That's right. He wanted me to bring his bring his, like, my cat to him. I guess we took his cat, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember the whole background of that, but... Alright, looks like we got this side. Well, not all the way done. Well, we can get the outside after we move this around. Let's put this over here. I say right about there or so, or about there. Oh, that's pretty good right there, I guess. Was I like floating in midair there? I don't know how I did that. But I did. Oh, there's 3 panels. I thought there were only 2. Math is hard. Hawk converted the touchdown. They did. Oh, man. Was it Connor again? No, it wasn't, was it? Dang. Well, you said that you were wondering if there was going to be another touchdown. Oh, and your team just got a field goal. Yeah. Oh, bummer. Yeah, it's not, what was... Now, his was, what was his name? I forgot what his fake name was that he always used to say. Remember Noah? Bob Pop might remember. He had a funny, stupid name he would always say, kind of like that. It was like... I don't remember exactly what it was. Not too upset. They won 3, 4. Can't win them all. You just definitely can't win them all. Cha-ching. Give me that money. Plenty of room here. Not too upset. Green go hello, says Pablo. Yeah, Gringo's got to figure out a way to play some Power Washer. He's crying about it. I know he is. Or you can go back and redo Power Wash 1 and try to get all the trophies. That's a challenge. It's like every job there's like something really specific you gotta do to even have a chance. This thing is filthy. That's about as... Whoops, whoops, whoops. Fell down the stairs. That's about as good as we can get under here. I have to move the platform. Get a little bit better access to that over there. Yeah. Stuck. I don't know what to... Oh, I'm on this ladder now. Okay. On the ladder. Can I crawl away from this? Can I jump? There we go. Jumping works. Yeah, don't get too close to the ladder, I guess. Okay. That was weird. Wait. Wait. Crying on the inside? Yeah. Sorry, Gringo. Got an unboxing recorded? Oh, I've been busy. I've been busy this week. Or this weekend I was busy. And I'm still recovering from the weekend. And I didn't feel like doing anything today because it was too hot out. Then it's going to be hot out again. They keep changing our weather forecast. Like, it was supposed to be really hot today, and it was. It was up to, like, 90. And really windy and everything, so we got, like, fire warnings everywhere. Then it was supposed to be, back to, 80 tomorrow or whatever. Now they're saying it's going to be 93 tomorrow, and we got, like, red flag fire warning again, and they don't know how to do the weather. But then later in the week, it's supposed to be nice again, like back down to like 70s and kind of crazy. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's put that way over there. Let's get the big boy out. Come on, pick it up. Why would it go way over there, and why would it turn? I hear my cat. Oh, come on! This thing's like impossible to control right now. I just want to do one little tick like that, and put it at the end of here. Is that good enough? I don't know. Make these difficult to play. No, it's not really good enough. So if I pick it up, I should just be able to move it straight back. But no, the whole thing rotates. That is fucked up. Like, why can't... And now I have to try to figure out where I want it again. And I can't get a good view of it. I just wanted to move it a little bit. Yeah, I want it right about there. I don't know. That's gonna work. Gonna make it work. Don't make it easy on us. They've made this game way too easy. I'll say it again. Like, in the last Power Washer, like, we got the first gun they give you. I mean, we just walk out, spray it all clean, done. I mean, it's like, the other ones, there were some parts you had to go over twice, or you had to, or use the soap, or... We're not having any trouble with any of this. It's just way... Not that I want to have trouble with it, don't get me wrong, but... It's not really a challenge anymore, is it? Take a look at this, it just comes right off, everything. I'm not even using the most pressure nozzle, or the most, not the closest. I don't even have the extension on there. It's just not difficult. Here, let's get the whole inside of that if we could get to it. And then you'd have to like search, oh, like for the little bit of dirt that you left on the last little bit. Not a challenge. Not really even trouble. Again, we're early in the game. We're only like on the 5th or 6th thing we had to clean, so perhaps upcoming ones will be more difficult. And even this, like, that shouldn't have been cleaned. Like, I did not even, like, crouch down to try to get underneath it yet. I mean, it's, like, super... It's just too easy. They dumbed this game down so much compared to the last one. Like, it's just... And if you really want to dumb it down even more, you just start using soap on everything, and then you don't even need to have high pressure. You just run everything over with soap, come back, rinse it off, and you're done. No challenge. No difficulty. I mean, this is just... I don't know, it's almost not fun. Almost, right? Almost not fun. Maybe I should just go work on an unboxing video. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. I don't know, I'm losing some of my loyal viewers, though, Gringo, by not doing... I mean, I thought the monthly coin, giveaway would be enough to, like, keep the most loyal viewers on my side and stuff. And for some, I guess that's enough, but for others, they've moved on. They've moved on. I saw I saw it today in the comments of a video. Let's just say they're a crew, and they talk about coins. And there's a Mr. Marmello dropping super thanks comments in there. I'm like, well, there goes my loyal supporter. And I'm not saying people can't support other channels, but just made me think for a minute, like, wow, what is he doing that for? Anyway, that's fine. He can do what he wants. But them? Really? Okay. Alright. I don't know. You can't move the scaffolding too easily. Like, you can't line it up. Just gotta set it down, wash what you can, and then move on, right? Move to the next spot. There was a screenshot that disappeared. Oh, really? He was sharing it with all, and one of the mods didn't like that? Okay, didn't want... Okay, that's... Well, Marmello likes to post things in the wrong channels a lot, too. Well, not only the wrong channel, but he posts it in multiple channels. The same thing, like in gaming chat, and the same thing in coins, and then the same thing in general. One's enough. Even if he gets the wrong channel, one channel's plenty, right? I think so. I think one channel's plenty. Clean what we can from here. And we'll move the scaffolding and keep spraying. That's how you do it. Delete a little bit of him? Yeah. I'm sure I have it from time to time as well. It's possible. I can reach that one. just enough of it. How did I get that bar done? Like, how did I get that bar done? That shouldn't have got that complete. And that one too. Those should not be completing that easily. They shouldn't be. They just really shouldn't be. They made this too damn easy. Like, way too easy. Like, ridiculously. Like, stupidly easy. Alright, let's try moving this again. Like, I can't tell if I'm lined up with the billboard too easily or not right here. But, not where I wanted it, but we'll put it here, I guess. Anyway, like, right up against it. That's... I can't have it there. This is stupid. Can I not put it on the highway? No, I mean, obviously we have the highway shut down here, don't we? I haven't seen one car go by. What the fuck? Alright, let's just go over here then. I said they made the game too easy, but, I mean, to have this be the difficulty, just being able to place a simple... And then I move one little tick of rotate, and it rotates it so far the other way. Ah, shit. It shouldn't be doing that, you know? Alright, let's place it right there and see what we can clean. This is getting ridiculous. No, the placing of the equipment is really horrible. And the rotating and the... whatever. I'll clean kind of what I can from here, right? Alright, so now what we'll do is, again, I should just be able to grab right here and push it like, you know, 10, 20 feet that way, right? So I just, all I'm going to touch is X or square to pick up. It moved it. I didn't move it. I just hit square to pick up, and it rotated it around. So if I just hit place, now it's facing the wrong direction over there. Why does it do that? It shouldn't do that. I'm just going to leave it like that anyway. I think I can get what I need to get over here, but it's ridiculous. It's stupid. And that cleaned way too easily. And we need to move this the other way now. Again, all I'm going to do, I'm going to look right here, square to pick up. That's all I'm going to do is touch the square button right now. And it moved it way down there. Is that where I need it? Is it like, is the game automatically trying to put it where it thinks I need it? No. It shouldn't do that. It shouldn't do that anyway. Unless I have a setting to make it like, I mean, I don't think that's what it's doing. I think the controls just suck. Or the placement mechanism, whatever they want to call that. Like, I wasn't even close to finishing that railing, and it ticked it off. Right? Wasn't even close to finishing that. So those are going to be the things that are going to hold me back, these. So we got this corner to fix. Can I do one of these moves? Yep. Oh, we still got the lights to do. Get the extension off, that'll make that easier. Come on, get up there. Oh, we got the side railing still to do. Can I get the whole thing done just by doing this, walking on it? No. Almost. What if I now crouch down and do it some more? Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Okay. That's just silliness, right? Huh? All this stuff's finishing like super easy. Like stupid. Platform frame coupler. The hell's that? Probably something on the. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Oh, it's underneath there. Okay, gotta get that too. See if that's close enough to get anything. There we go. Oh, there's that end down there now. Ah, okay. All these light arms cleaned. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Got to get that, don't we? One platform frame, and it's this end right here. It's going to be the end that I can't reach. Yeah, and let's rotate. I think I can get this one, because this one doesn't go as high. Get it with this one. Like so. Complete. You're hoping this is peak cleaning. We're looking for someone to clean up our tea room over at Power Falls. Our tea room? Well, we shouldn't do that job. We should save it for Marmello, right? Alright, big plans for the weekend. Oh, it's only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. What are we talking about? Let's watch the cleaning here. Big plans for the weekend. What is this week? Well, yeah, daylight savings time ends, so I get to change my clocks. What else? Yeah, that's my big plan so far. Alright, let's see here. I'll go ahead and continue. The Teapot Tea Room at Great River National Park in Power Falls, huh? Alright, let's see what this is like. What about yourself? Any big plans for the weekend? Alright, we got, it's a tea house. Okay. And looks like some tables and chairs out here that look like tea. Is that what I'm getting? And then all you do is you go to the widest nozzle, then after that, and just lightly spray it. All comes clean. When the light spray doesn't do anything without the soap. See how easy they made that? Don't like it. Don't like it. You're gonna maybe make a video? Nah. You think? Like for real? Like a YouTube video? No, my plan is I gotta do a monthly free coin giveaway video. I know that. I gotta come up with a prize first. I gotta figure that out. And I was gonna do something else as well with that. And then figure out what I'm gonna do for an auction. I don't think I'm gonna do an auction this weekend, but maybe I'll do it next weekend. But I was gonna start like working on a plan for that, or looking at the calendar and figuring out when's best to do all that. I know I need to do another auction. So I got too much shit. And then also, you know, on that same list of ideas or stuff I need to work on is picking a date for Christmas giveaway, because I'm not going to be like Roseanne saying, hey, we should do a Halloween pumpkin carving competition. And then here we are, what, 72 hours to Halloween? Or 72 hours till Halloween's over, and we still don't have that going. So, no. We said we're going to try to do a Christmas giveaway. And one way or another, we're going to do something. It might not be a big, huge event. This might be a quick little, hey, let's give away a few things. I don't know. We don't have to go overboard with it. But step one would probably be picking a date and a time. That would probably be a good, or at least pick a couple and see what works best for people if they want to be a part of it. And then, I guess, step two, question mark, and then step three, profit. No, step two would be inviting people to be a part of it if they want to, and then see who wants to be a part of it. Yeah, kinda, something like that. Air cushion complete. Chair complete. Just a bunch more left to go. Ugh. Blah. Did I buy anything at the last show? I mean, I got nothing worthwhile. Just a little bit of junk silver from a couple people. I got a couple stupid silver bars I don't need. Just basically buying shit that people were trying to sell. No real coins or anything. I wasn't at my table that much. I was working the show and running around trying to help people do stuff, and I don't know, it was a pain in the butt. Running that show is kind of a pain in the butt, but it makes money for the club, and it's nice to make money for the club so then I can spend that money from the club, and I don't know. It's aight. I'm thinking about banning one of our club members from ever coming to the show again. Thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I gotta decide. Maybe I'll bring it up at the meeting, and we'll have a board meeting about it. But I know nobody else is going to give a shit because it's not their problem. It's just a problem for me. So we have $4 admission charge, right? We have a $4 admission fee to get into the coin show. If you're a veteran, you get in for free, or if you're under 18, you get in for free with your parents or guardian. Right? Okay, great. That's pretty standard. And everyone pays the admission fee, right? That's what you do. It supports the club. And it keeps the homeless people and the gypsies and all the people that don't want to pay $4 to come to the show, keeps them out of our show. Okay. Every now and then we get a club member that'll pay with a couple $2. Well, it was always $3 before. We raised it to $4 this year. Anyway, they'll pay with a $2 bill, or they'll pay with presidential dollars, and there's always a couple people that pay in quarters. All right, whatever. Pay in quarters. You know, we're a coin club. We're not going to say you can't pay in quarters. And there's this one guy of our club. He always pays in quarters. And he's even bought coins from us before for like $50, and then he pays in quarters just because he uses it as a way to get rid of his quarters. So now whenever we deal with him, we tell him, before he even, we agree to sell him something, it's like, you're not paying with fucking quarters, you know? You gotta use real money. He'll be like, oh, okay, and he laughs. He thinks it's fucking funny. So the guy comes over to our table this time, right? Guy gets to our table, and, you know, hey, good to see you. And he's like, hey, good show and everything. I'm like, yeah, I guarantee you paid with quarters, didn't you? Just joking, because I knew he did. He's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, oh, wow, that's a big surprise. He goes, I paid in pennies this time. And we're like, oh, okay, whatever. At the end of the show, the people working up front give me all the money, and I'm like, okay, great, you know, and I noticed there were some quarters in the thing and everything. I'm like, oh, that, you know, made sure that the girl that was helping us most she brought some starting money to put in the make sure she got her money back, and she's like, yep, everything's in the box except for the bag of pennies that's in our box of supply. I'm like, what do you mean bag of pennies? It's like, yeah, somebody brought 400 pennies to pay their admission. I'm like, I know exactly who the fuck that was. So now I gotta deal with a bag of 400 fucking cents now. And I'm like, you guys didn't count that, did you? They're like, no, we didn't count it. We just trusted it was right. I think I'm going to ban him from the show next time. Or maybe just give him a final warning that he's not allowed to pay in change ever again. What a fucking prick. You know? What a prick. Thinks that's fucking funny. What a prick. I haven't even looked at it. I think I'm just going to throw it in the garbage. What the fuck am I going to do with 400 pennies? Just that's not mine. That's for the club. I'm not going to go to the bank and deposit them. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to sit there and fucking roll them up, because you can't just take 400 pennies to the bank in California like you can in other parts of the country. No, you got to, if it's more than just a couple quarters or something, they make you roll that shit up. I ain't doing that. I think I'm just going to throw it in the garbage. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I won't do that. I would bring it to the next meeting if I knew he was going to be there for sure, and then just throw it in his fucking face. But he doesn't come to every meeting. He'll probably be at our Christmas meeting, though. I should just email him and tell him, fuck you, you still owe the club $4. Fuck you. I don't know. Fucking stupid. Coin. Yeah, well, that's what I'm probably. Well, I'm not gonna go to Coinstar and just put that in there and then like. No, I'll probably just give the club $4 and throw that in my own big bag of change. So next time I go to the Coinstar, it'll just be part of that. But then I got to take $4 and do that. You know, what a prick. Anyway, I guess it's not the end of the world, but what a prick. Fuck that guy. Tell you what, this job here is a shitty one. And this stuff's caked on there enough, you can't really do much wider of a nozzle on this. I mean, I guess it's a good one just to just soap it all up and just do it once, right? Screw it. If soap's free in this game, just soap it all up. Lightly spray it off, right? It makes that stupid easy, doesn't it? Look at this. Again, it makes it like not even a challenge. Just gotta barely touch it with water. I don't know, is that fun? Is that fun? I don't know if it is. I don't know if that's fun. Like someone cut a hole in the box. Yeah, Ringo was thinking about it. 6th, 13th, 20th. 20th I think is getting too close to Christmas because for several reasons. Not everybody might be available. Some people might be on vacations, right? By then, I don't know. I might be on a vacation by then. I might go to Hawaii. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think that's getting too close. And if I and the rest of us have any desire to ship things out so people receive them by Christmas, then that's too late. So that's my thought on that. What day of the week is all that? Is that all Saturdays or is that all Sundays or I don't know. I'm guessing you picked weekend dates, which would be correct. Do I just all have unlimited soap on me right now? I don't even know. Is there a way to tell? Like, do I have an inventory? I know I did in the other game. It would tell me, like, I had this many bottles of this and this many bottles of that, and washer equipment. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's just... I don't know. What I got? Those are Saturdays? Okay. So yeah, I guess what that would be then, either the 6th or the 13th. I could see arguments for either of those. So maybe we just ask the rest of the folk what works best for them, and we could maybe put a poll. What would be better? I don't care. So if I put this on a part that's already clean, does it just bubble right away? So the soap doesn't stick to things that are already clean. That's interesting. I find that mildly interesting. Alright. That's fun. Okay. That's good stuff. Okay. Neat. Is there a difficulty setting? Let's look at the settings. English, autosave, dynamic. Visible when washers are not in use. When in use, it fades out. Okay, that's fine. Task markers on. So yeah, at the end, like you know how it like automatically points to where what's still needs to be clean. You can turn that off. Field of view. I can adjust this. Adjusting the value could help reduce motion sickness. Okay. Change what color you want the dirt to be. Okay. Oops, wrong button. Dirt highlight duration. So you change how long the dirt flashes. Clear your live service cache. Okay. Leads to slightly longer load times. I think they added this in one of the recent updates because people were bitching about how big the file was. And they said, like, this game shouldn't, like, take that much room and that much dedicated WAM and stuff. And then clear your save and reset the game to the beginning. Yeah, so there's really not much settings. Not really much at all, is there? You get what you get. And you'll learn to like it. King in the castle, I have a chair. Alright. Alright. I think we got everything out here now. Alright, 15% done with this job. We haven't even touched the place yet. We just cleaned some things here. Time for bed. Let you know if the 13th works. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Other than, I guess, if I'm super picky, that's like the day right after I have a coin club meeting. So if the coin club meeting goes real late, I might be tired the next day, and I think I can handle that, depending on what time of day we pick to do our thing. Right? Right. So yeah, they definitely upped the difficulty of this job right here. Like, this stuff's definitely caked on a lot more than previous things I've cleaned. It's hard. It's getting harder, even on the better nozzles, to get this off. But I think what it is the game is increasing the difficulty slightly here. But that's wiped right out if I just put soap down. Or if I buy a better power washer, which you're probably wanting me to do. That's probably we're at that point, because I haven't even bought anything in the shop yet. So if I buy a better washer, it probably solves this. Let's look at the shop. Washer equipment. Okay. This one we have, the Prime Vista. And this one, we got the Urban X1. Okay. There used to be a way to compare, like the other game had, like, it would tell you, like, oh, this is like 5 points of pressure, this is 7 points, it'd tell you, like, the ratings of each of these, and, like, which one's better. I'm guessing the Urban X2 is better than the Urban U1, right? The U2 is probably better. And the Max is probably the best. Well, I don't know. There's an Extreme. Like, and I'm sure I have the 1500. I'm sure the 2400's like twice as good. Yeah, these are both light duties. These are both medium duty. I said duty. And these are both heavy duty. And then these are professional duty. So maybe we just upgrade to a medium duty. I say we go to we'll stick with the X2 series, right? We'll go to Urban X2. Prime Vista has a wider range, I guess, but we could change that with the nozzle size. Bam. Okay. Do I gotta buy all the different nozzles for this? I don't know. I think we'll go with adaptable nozzle. Oh. Well, I guess let's get a turbo nozzle on there. Let's get the long extension. And I guess we'll buy the soap nozzle. Oh, we're almost out of money now. We're down to 800 bucks. Okay, let's see if that... I probably just have those, right? How do I switch? How do I know which one's which? Washer radium? Oh. Oh, I can't even do the X1 anymore? I guess I just have... Oh, yeah, okay, I see how to do it. Okay. So this is it. So now let's just see. Oh yeah, that shit just comes right off with this thing now. Yeah, they were wanting me to upgrade to the next washer. This stuff just comes right off now. Okay. Think I'll be okay if we do it day after Coin Club? Probably. Probably be okay. No promises. Pick up the... Whoa, that just made me move a whole bunch. Oh my gosh, look at what... This is glitchy as hell. Oh my god, it just sent me up to, like, the moon. Holy cow, look at this. Like trying to place this. You can go jet flying. Oh my goodness. That's gotta be a bug. If you look down and move, just go straight up in the air. What if I place from here? Won't let me. Can I place it? Oh god, I'm stuck now. I'll just look the other way. Alright, whatever. That was weird. It's almost like they didn't test this game, right? How high does this reach? Oh yeah, look at that. We got some professional equipment now. Nice. You're at the Tea of Tranquility. That's what they call this? They got this inside edge here. They want us to clean that, huh? Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, man. So what game are we going to play next here? Because I'm not playing this much longer tonight. I'm going to switch to something else, I think. Maybe go play some Fort Butt or something else. I don't know. Maybe I'll switch to something else. I don't know what we're doing. What do I know? Even this nozzle cleans it with this power washer. Oh, that's actually a decent job. Yeah, with this width of a nozzle, I gotta go over parts of it twice. Not as strong. This one's strong enough, though. Ding. You won't even suggest Minecraft? Alright. Sounds good. No, I don't know. I just don't want to clean all this right now. And it's not like they're giving me other things to choose from. Let's see, what's this? Let's go back to home base. I mean, I could go on the Lara Croft and figure out what I need to do to finish that. Or to, that cat doesn't even look alive. That cat does not look alive, does it? That cat looks dead. I guess it moved a little bit. Oh, we got our billboard. And our little Art Deco house. Okay, we're loading up the trinkets. Cool. What else do we have here? It's placement mode. You gotta go to the shop. Furniture catalog. No more free furniture. I can buy a guitar for... I guess this is a different currency that maybe you only use to buy furniture. The P, and then the $sign is what's used to buy the other stuff. A futuristic table. I don't know. $2,000 for rustic shelving. Fuck that. Fuck that. Change washer styling. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Oh, you gotta go to washer cosmetics, maybe? Yeah, I'm not sure what to do on a lot of this. Outfit cosmetics. Oh, you can buy different outfits. Okay, they got that. I get it. I get it. I know you could change the van as well. I think you gotta buy the van first, and then you can change it. Yeah, I think we're gonna not do that. Career mode. Does this mean I'm already like, I don't know, 15% through the game or something? Maybe that's what that is. Kinda looks that way. Should I try just going in the multiplayer? How do we do this? Let's see if I can figure that out. Oh wait, I just noticed this. There's actually, look at this is kind of dumb, right? On settings, I'm looking at this thing and this is the only settings. Okay, but at the very bottom, perception, this just says general. If I hit R2, I get more settings. Shouldn't that be at the top? Telling me there's like, shouldn't there be tabs at the top, not at the bottom? I don't know, maybe I would have noticed that. So free aim, input toggle. Hold any button to say, I don't know about that. This is controller sensitivity vibration, controller speaker. I don't know if we need any of that. But audio, okay. Controls, modern, and then this is where you can set it back to the last game. Okay. But yeah, nothing like there's no difficulty rating or anything. Okay. Okay, how do you do... How do you do multiplayer? I have no idea. Is this it? Do you click where it says players 1? That's how you do it? Online multiplayer? Room code? I have no, this is, I don't know anybody that has this. Oh, that's my room code if anybody's on here playing, apparently. Oh, you just can't join like an online lobby? You can only, uh, really? I can't get an end online session, I guess. Really? Okay, well, whatever, okay. That seems pretty crappy. I can't just go on and play with a random player? Like, what if I don't have any friends? I could never play? Can't turn the lights off either. That's... Yeah, you can... It says you can close door. It doesn't work, though. I'm trying to close door. The button doesn't work. Okay. Square doesn't do anything right there. I know they're still working on the game, but still, it's... Closed door. Nope. That doesn't work either. Huh. Do I not have a bathroom in here? What if I gotta go pee or something? Can I open the blinds? Nope. Nah, I guess now go into the bathroom while we're here. Oh, see, there's a new article there. Yeah, nice. About the billboard that we cleaned. Cool. Cool. I guess. So, yeah, that's a fail. Damn, multiplayer. Huge fail. Maybe they'll add that later? Where you can just automatically connect to somebody? If you don't have friends? Oh, wait. Olo says might be Witchering Wednesday. Yeah, that's what you were saying. That's what you were requesting. Do I start the next DLC? I was trying to think about what to do next in Witcher. Do I start the next DLC, or do I run around, like, what is it, Velen and Novigrad? Do I run around Velen and Novigrad doing all the contracts I never did? So at least get all those contracts off my list. And maybe some more of the treasure hunting. Do I do some of that first? I don't know yet. Because I got like 11 billion contracts that I haven't done. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 11 billion. It's not an exact number. You were thinking do a cleanup so you finish a contract? Yeah, maybe some of that. Or maybe not, you know, just some of that at least. I don't know. Might not need to be a whole stream, but might turn into be a whole stream. I don't know. Or go around and hit up all the question marks. Like at least in one of the areas. See how long that takes. Maybe not Skellige, because you gotta... That would take forever going around all the ocean for those, maybe. And we might get some cool stuff, you know? Or at least some more money. Not that we really need it, but... I mean, I like money. Let's get this damn gnome out of here. Let's go to the moon again. Hey! Okay. Get her out of my way. Get this thing out of my way. Does it work when I pick these up, too? No. Only the gnome makes me go straight up in the air. That's weird. It's kind of a chore, but you can get it over with in a stream or two. Oh, you mean like the contracts and all that? Yeah, I don't need to do all of them like all at once, but just get some headway on them. I think there's probably still some contracts that I haven't even gotten yet, because I thought there was at least one or two places where I haven't even been to their job board. Maybe not? Maybe I've been to all of them by now. Ching. I do need money. Grandmaster gear is costly? Okay. So I shouldn't go give that guy the 15 grand he wants? I already gave him, what, 10 grand? And, like, there's nothing I even want to buy from him. Limited usefulness, yeah. No, it looks like it gets really expensive, like, messing with them stones and glyphs. Like, to have, like, I don't know, or to get them out of your sword, an armor that I already put in there and messed up, but I guess if you spend a few minutes doing it, you can get some nice little bonuses that seem to be worth it. And like you said before, on higher difficulty, it's probably you probably really need to mess with that. Same with all the things like the oils and all that. Like, I don't put any oil on anything. I probably should be doing that. Doesn't seem to make a ton of difference, but on a big fight, though, an extra couple percent is a difference. Sweet. Oh yeah, this pressure washer upgrade made a difference. Oh, show. Alright, we are 43% done, and I didn't even touch the building, hardly. I need that Grandmaster gear, though. I'm ready for it. Use the oils on death. Yeah. Wait, was this guy here earlier? Are they getting back somehow? Or is that the third gnome? Did I just... Are they going back to their spots? When I'm not looking? I don't know, that was weird. Oh, this place is called the Tea of Tranquility. Oh, okay. Sure it is. Okay then. Okay. Gotta be close to finishing that. No? Oh, they count all this as the front door surround. The red's not a separate part. Oh, awesome. Okay then. Okay then. That makes it a lot more difficult to finish. We got it. Beautiful. What's up, Rock John? Long time no see. Ringo was just in here. We were talking about what day we might do our Christmas giveaway for the Fockers, the Friends of Kittle, on the Coin channel. And we're thinking maybe, I think he said December 13th. Whatever that Saturday is. I think that's what probably it is. So we'll figure it out and we'll get word out to everybody. And of course, you're invited to be a part of that if you wish. Hope you're doing well. I'm still waiting, though. Still waiting. It's almost Halloween, and still waiting for the info on the Halloween contest. That's okay. I didn't get a pumpkin yet anyway. Yeah, well, we didn't really do it last year, did we? We skipped it last year. Christmas giveaway, but... And I know Alfred had sent me a few things for it, so I still have Alfred's stuff for it, and... It doesn't have to be like some big crazy thing like we did the one year, but just something where we say hi to peeps, show them that we're still around. I mean, they know I'm around because I have my monthly giveaway thing, but I don't know, half the people don't seem to care about that. Yeah, we'll do something though. We got a plan. We're working on a plan. Coming up with a plan. Something like that. It's in process. Rachan. Hey, Isaac, how you doing? You know The Simpsons? Isaac, I did see that. And you know what else I saw, Isaac? I haven't played. Maybe I'm going to switch over to Fortnite in a minute to try. Anyway, Isaac, I hope you're doing well. Regardless of whether you like me or still pissed at me. But anyway, I saw that some of it's already in the game. Like, I guess like there's a tree growing that looks like the Simpsons stuff, or like somebody said there's like Marge Simpson's already in there. I think I saw, or like sometimes like I guess the aliens. You can see the aliens in there. So some of the Simpsons stuff is already in the game, I think. You're postponing the Halloween contest? Don't want to bother Alfred? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Roseanne's being real sensitive to Alfred and his needs. She saw that Canada's still in the World Series, so Alfred's probably preoccupied with, you know, the Toronto Blue Jays. Don't want to disturb him. Don't want to disturb him with, you know, anything like that when he's focusing on the Blue Jays and everything else. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. The only thing I still got to look into for Fortnite is I know they're doing a live event. I got to figure out which day it is and what time. I think it might be November 1st, but I got to double check because I think whatever the live event is for Simpsons is probably going to be worth doing, right? Like, I missed some of the other live events because usually I got to get up like at, I don't know, like 10 o'clock my time and do it, or 11 o'clock, whatever time they do them. I think the Simpsons one might be worth it. Believe it or not, George isn't at home, so leave a message at the beep. He's occupied with birds. Yeah, Blue Jays, mostly. Burbs. Yeah, isn't that crazy? We get an Isaac in here, and then we get Roseanne. You know, all of a sudden, yeah. Fortnite will never be the same when it's The Simpsons, for sure. That's the truth. Alfred, huh? Hey, Alfred. What's up? Alright, that cleaned up nicely. Did I get that other ledge? Did that one finish? Oh, let's see. Didn't, did it? This one seems dirtier. There we go. Oh, hi, Ambeth. Look at Marmelo's not even here. And they were cleaning a damn teapot. Alright, I just messaged Marmelo telling him we're cleaning the teapot. You know Repo is now in Fortnite? I did not know that. I don't really like Repo. I saw Whale play it a few times. I really don't like Repo. It's not for me, but I didn't know I did not know that they added it to Fortbutt. I did not know that. I'm sure Whale bought all the stuff. I'm sure he did. Yeah, I really didn't get in the Repo. I saw him play it a few times, just not for me. Not for me. Where's Ambeth? You don't see her? Oh, maybe she hid you. Ambeth, did you hide Rozanne? No, Rozanne. We don't see her either. We don't see her either. We just say hi to Ambeth every now and then. We're just pranking you, Rozanne. We don't see Ambeth. We say hi to her every now and then because sometimes she lurks. Just like we say, hi, Vern. What's up, Vern? Because we know Vern lurks sometimes. That's all. That's all. Did I not climb up on this one like I did the front door? I guess not. Alright. I can get most of it, though, just by standing back and using my extension. Or I can quit being a dummy and just bring this right over here and hop on that. And then do that. How about that? Cash me outside. Rozanne, have you been watching, like... I mean, do you want me to start sending them to you on Facebook? Like I do Lady Kid and Clever? All the AI videos of cats on Maury Povich? Have you been watching any of those? Like cats that are on... It's not really Maury Povich, but it's like... It's his voice, but it's fake AI people. And it'll be like, in the case of the 4 brown kittens, Whiskers, you are not the father. And then like the boy cat starts jumping up and down, bouncing around the studio. And then the girl cat usually hisses at the boy cat, and with the kids sitting there. And there's like a whole bunch of those on AOL, not AOL. What's that thing called? Facebook. On the Facebook Reels, which are also on Instagram. You've been seeing a lot of those? I just want to make sure you're seeing those because they're hilarious. I send them to Lady Kid and Clever every now and then, the good ones. Because Lady Kid thinks they're hilarious, and so is Clever. And also the ones I like of the cats are the cats that work at fast food. Like there was one that I saw today. It was a cat, like a big fat orange cat working at Subway. And a lady starts complaining about how, like, whatever about her sandwich. Like, she wanted double meat, and there's no double meat. And the cat's just hissing right in her face and stuff. And then the cat smacks its paw down on the sandwich. And yeah, I saw that one, Alfred. That's pretty good. Yeah, screw all those scammers. I can't believe, like, the police don't do anything about it. You know? Like, how can the police even let that happen? I mean, I know the answer, kind of, because, you know, they're very, very liberal, I guess, and very, very left-oriented, and they're not allowed to do anything because of their government. I get that. The government doesn't care about the people. They care about optics. I get that. I get that. But it's like still, especially in a touristy area like that, you know, you'd think you'd want tourists to have a good time. You would think. Oh yeah, Fora would be on there. Yeah, well, hey, at least Fora's back into the... Well, I was going to say back home, but at least Fora's back with Randy. 'Cause that was messed up. But yeah, I saw on Facebook, Randy posted that they were back, that after like 2 weeks or whatever, somebody found Fora and got Fora to him. A new job is available. Ooh, nice. Nice. We should check out what that new job is. A shooting gallery at the carnival. Oh. And the other ones I've been seeing a lot, Roseanne, the AI videos that they keep showing up on my page for some reason, are... It's always big fat people at a buffet. Well, there's a couple of them. There's fat people at the buffet, and then the manager tries... And it's not cats, it's like just AI fat people. And the manager comes over asking the people to leave, and they're like, but I'm still hungry, I've only had 5 plates, or I've only been here 4 hours. It's like, anyway, just fat people eating too much at a buffet and then getting kicked out and complaining that they're still hungry. The other ones I have, I get a lot are really big fat people, and it's probably because of the buffet ones. It's fat people ordering, like, at McDonald's and stuff, wanting, like, 200 chicken McNuggets and just crazy orders. And then while they're ordering, they fall through the floor into the basement because they break the floor. Even though I don't think there is any McDonald's that has a basement like that. Anyway, those are kind of funny. You can't tell which ones are real. Sometimes, I mean, depending on what kind of videos they are. I mean, the ones where it's cats on the Maury Povich, or cats playing Family Feud, or whatever they are. Those I know are fake when it's cat ones. But yeah, some of the people ones, like, especially sometimes, like, my mom or somebody will send me, like, ones of Trump. Like, they make AI videos of Trump doing some wild stuff. But, like, Trump does crazy stuff anyway. Like, it's hard to tell, right? Like, wait, did Trump really say that today? And so, like, did Trump really tear down half the White House the other day? That's gotta be AI, right? No, that was real. That was actually legit. You know what I mean? Some of them are tough. Speaking of Trump, Roseanne, did you see the pets room? Amanda posted a new Trump video yesterday. It's worth a quick look. It's just Trump sitting in the lazy boy like a boss. Trump just sits in the lazy boy. It's his chair. You know, when the freedom bird... See, I think that one was AI. See, that one I think was AI. No, and what's crazy to think is I saw Elon posting, I don't know, within the last month or two. He was saying, like, talking about, like, AI videos or whatever, and he said, within another year or two, nobody will even be able to tell the difference between real and AI. It's going to get that much better that fast. Like, it's just going to get so much, and it's going to be so much easier to make them, and it'll, like, be impossible to tell, he says. Which is kind of scary. And I believe it, just because the technology goes so quick. Roseanne missed so much, I bet she doesn't know Mark is a grandpa. No, Mark's grandson, Sydney. I think she knows Mark's grandson. Slash nephew. Might mean something different in Canada, I don't know. Yeah, we left a little bit there, didn't we? That's okay. We got a good bit. King Mark Gaming. What do you mean, what Mark? Mr. King Mark Gaming, who plays Fall Guys all the time with us. You know him. Oh, hi, Mark. Wonder if Mark's lurking. Nah, Mark would say something if he was here. I know Mark. Mark would be like, oh, hi, Kittle. Okay. Let's hit the button on this and take a ride. Nice. There's another gnome up here? Oh, crap. Yeah, that's gotta be some kind of weird glitch. There's another one? How many gnomes are there? Aha. I fell off. No, we said grandkids, Roseanne. We didn't say kids. We actually said grandson. I'm trying to... Oh, it is lowered. I'm trying to lower it. It's already lowered. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Back on this and... Did that not go up anymore? Oh, I think I'm hitting the edge of that. Yeah, I parked it too close. Well, he says grandson, but it's his brother. It's his sister's son. It's his sister's son. That's his grandson. That's what he says. That's what he says. Makes sense. Alright, let's, Oh, that's green. Okay. I wonder what color this was gonna be. No, his sister is older and has a son, and that's Mark's grandson. But he's not a grandpa. Alfred has it wrong. He's not a grandpa. Don't call him Grandpa Mark. He gets mad. Okay. We don't want to make a friend of Kittle upset for no reason. Not even George, right? Not even George, Alfred. Alright, we just cleaned our knob. Our roof knob. We got a little chimney action going on here. Believe it or not, George isn't at home. Leave a message at the beep. I must be out, or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home. Canada's a unique kingdom? It is, it sure is. I still call it the Dominion of Canada, not a kingdom. Is that wrong? Probably is wrong. Did I just fall off there and can't get back up there? Oh, I did get back up there. Never mind. Okay, we got that. Oh man, Rosanna's missed so much of the family tree. Feel like Pablo need to start charting it. Oh yeah, Tim and Tom and it's Mark and then Matt, right? Veronica. Is it Victoria? I think so. And grandson Sydney, who's not allowed to go in the basement, right? Got in big trouble for going into the basement. Now, if you hear, now Rosanna, just see if we're on the same page here. If one of the Fockers comes into the chat and says that their grandson got in trouble for going into the basement, don't you kind of want to know what was in the basement? I kind of want to know what was in that basement. You witnessed the Andrew debacle, though. Who's Andrew? Due some bodies? I don't know. I'm not sure. Apparently he was told not to go into the basement, and he went into the basement. Alright, I think I'm probably going to stop doing this teapot cleaning job. Even though we're at 75% complete. One, because I'm getting tired of it. And two, because then that means that next time I play this, I'll still be on the teapot job, and maybe our friend Marmello will actually get to see it. We know he likes tea. Can't have him miss this, right? Apparently you can't climb up the edge of that. Alright. It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. It's funny you mentioned that, Alfred. Here, I'm going to send it to you on Facebook as well, because I sent something to Gringo on Facebook about that. Did he send it to you too? Did he send it to you after I sent it to him? Here, let me do this. Hold on. You might hear some music here unless I can mute it real quick. Can I mute this? Yeah, okay, there we go. Share with Alfred. Send. I sent that to Gringo earlier. That's funny. Okay. Back to power washing. And Roseanne doesn't get to see now. Sorry. I don't know if we're Facebook friends. I can't remember. Me, Alfred, and Gringo, we're all Facebook official. Alright. I cleaned that drain? I did clean that drain. Nice. Former Prince Andrew? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really follow the royal family and all that stuff, but I know something happened with him, didn't it? Yeah, I think that he, like... I know he wasn't, like, part of the royals anymore, right? Like, because he was in trouble with that whole thing with the young women. Young girls, I guess you would say. So he wasn't allowed to be, like, part of, like, the official shit, but... I think they knocked him down another peg, right? Like he was already down a peg, but now he's down another peg. I don't really care. I don't really care about the British family. Not really. Not enough to be following the details of that. He's on the plane with Trump. Is that right? No, I know, yeah, the stuff that I saw that's out about that, I know that a lot of people were on the plane. That doesn't mean you did say anything, but yeah. Lots of people were on the plane. There's a difference between going on a plane or using somebody's plane, even with that person, and then going to his island and fucking kids. There's a big difference. Now, some of those people are on the same two lists, right? Some of those people are on the same two lists. Not everybody. Certainly not everybody. So, but yeah, Roseanne, should all that information be out, and should we know for sure? Absolutely. Of course it all should be. Like was promised, and then all of a sudden they said, oh, we never said any of that. And they say, oh, everything is out. No, it's not. It's just, I don't know, it's a bunch of bullshit. That said, I can guarantee, I know with a fact, our president didn't do anything wrong. I guarantee it. Your president, our president is clear on that. Now, are there a lot of people that are not in the clear on that? Sure. Are they protecting people? Maybe. I don't know the details. I don't know. But our president is in the clear. That's beyond a reasonable doubt. You know, that's clear. All right. Gotta wonder why some. Well, because there's a lot of names there, and a lot of people want it hidden. I don't know. I mean, that's the conclusion that's easiest to come to, right? Or it could be sabotage. You know, there's another conclusion that's possible. One party was in control of this for the last 4 years. Maybe a lot of the information was deleted, sabotaged, hidden, corrupted somehow, to where or altered, like it's claimed, and faked, to where now if you release it, you're releasing, you know, propaganda by the other side. I don't know. There's other possibilities. I don't have any inside information. None of us do. But but beyond any reasonable doubt, our president's in the clear. Because if he wasn't, if there was any dirt on him, it would have came out in the last 4 years before the election. 100% it would have came out. They would have used any little bit of information they could, even if it was false information, even if it was even if it wasn't entirely true. I mean, they did that. They impeached him twice based on bullshit. You know? And that wasn't... So they proved that they would use whatever they could, whether it was true or not. They would have absolutely used something against him if it was there. But they couldn't do it. And there's no way Joe and Kamala would be protecting him. No way. So that's why there's not a single chance. No way. No one can convince me otherwise that there's anything bad on the president in there. But there must be something bad on a lot of people on both sides for the previous 4-year administration not to say anything about it, release anything about it, and then this administration to be all of a sudden changing their tune and saying anything about it. What that is, I don't know. We could speculate, of course. But again, simple logic will tell you that the president's in the clear. Otherwise, we would have certainly known about it by now. That would have gotten leaked for sure. 110%. 100%. You disagree? Roseanne, okay. Even if you could prove he went to that island, you still can't prove he did anything, right? But let's just say there was proof that he went to the island, right? Which there isn't. He says he's never been there. Okay. But if there was any proof of that, you don't think they would have used that against him during the last election? You don't think that would have leaked? Come on. Of course that would have leaked. Of course it would. Now, again, we don't talk politics here in this channel, but it's okay. And, of course, if there was any evidence of anything more nefarious than just visiting a guy's island, that would, of course, come out as well. Nothing of the sort came out during the election because it doesn't exist. It would have absolutely happened. Absolutely. There's no chance it wouldn't have. No chance. None. Did I read that birthday card? Yeah, I've seen that. Is it weird? Sure. Does it mean anything to me? Not really. Does it prove really anything bad? Not that I can see. Alright. Is it really even proven that he did that? No. It's not really proven. He says he didn't. He says he's never seen it before. Now, is he lying? I don't know. Then again, but like I said, if anything, if there were any facts or any evidence of any wrongdoing, we would have known about it prior to last November. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. With absolute certainty. Absolute certainty. So you can sit back, Roseanne, knowing that none of that happened. Our president's a good guy, and you can just keep back. You can sit back, relax, and just keep enjoying all the winning that's been going on without any worry. Just keep enjoying the winning. Or has it been too much winning? It's not too much for me yet, but I know some people are saying it's getting there, though. It's almost too much winning. But I'm still okay. I can still handle it. I'll take some more winning. Alright. It's totally his card? Well, Roseanne, we were just talking about a few minutes ago, like, we don't know the difference between AI and whatever. Yeah, I think, just based on what I see, yeah, it probably is him. It probably is, based on what I've read and what I've seen about it. But am I willing to say beyond a reasonable doubt and, you know, or proven in a court of law, like, to that kind of standard? I have no idea. I have no idea. And if it ever gets that far, or if they ever need to do that, then let them do the investigation and let them, you know, swear under oath and let them do that. You know, no one's asked them under oath about it, I don't think. So, not that there's any reason to. But is it complete bullshit that they've released everything? Like, yeah, absolutely. Is it possible that they're not lying, though? Like when they say that, oh yeah, the more they dig into it, the more they see that the evidence has been tampered with and it's sabotage, because the people that just left the White House knew that Trump was going to release it, so they put a bunch of bullshit in there just to fuck with them. That's possible. That's what they're claiming. It's possible that they're full of shit too. I don't know what the truth is. Probably. And then you know what? They put themselves in this situation. They kind of did it to themselves, but it's possible that the previous administration also put them in the position. But now they're in a position that where, like, if they came out and released everything tomorrow, or if Congress passes whatever they're trying to pass to force the release of whatever, no matter what comes out, no one's going to believe it. No matter what comes out, no one's going to believe it. If something bad comes out on some people, one side will say, oh, it's definitely been tampered with, it's been messed with. If there's nothing bad, oh, then they didn't release everything. No one's ever going to believe it. So, just like the JFK and Martin Luther King and RFK, they release those files, they don't get the smoking gun answer that people have been predicting and wanting for decades. based on no evidence, no real evidence at least, all circumstantial evidence, right? They don't get that smoking gun in the files that are released. Oh, well then there must be more. Oh, you didn't release everything. Instead of, you know, because you can't prove a negative. If nothing happened, you can't prove that. If something happened, you can, but you can't prove the negative. That's really hard. That's really hard. So it's no matter what, they've dicked around so much. They've dicked around with this so much, and of course it's not just him. Both sides have done this. Remember, his side definitely has been really sus. But the previous 4 years have been just as sus about it. Nothing was done? Why not? Who are they protecting, right? What happened? And not only that, even if you're protecting some higher ups, if really there was all this stuff going on and all these victims and all these people, why is nobody in jail? Why are there not any court cases going on? You know, what's going on with all this? You just let everybody go away? You know, I don't know, get away with this? Anyway, both sides are guilty of being sus on this. And that's the whole point, Roseanne. We might already know. Maybe that is everything they have. Maybe it is. Maybe we already know. But the whole point is, I don't think it is. I think there's more, of course, and everybody thinks there's more. But even if whatever they release in the future, everyone's always going to think there's more. No one's ever going to believe them now. It's a fucked up, crazy situation. It's never going to be enough for people. Because there's been so much dicking around with it. No one will... You'll never know. And maybe that's the point. You know, believe me, some of these people that do this are smart. You know, smarter than us, probably. Maybe that's been the plan. I don't know. Just to cause tons of confusion where people don't know, and then there's a big cloud over it all, and then people will forget and move on with their lives, you know, because whatever. Maybe that's the plan. I don't know. It's messed up. It's kind of messed up. Damn it. I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, man. But he really did tear down half the White House. Well, not half the White House, just a third of it. But we're going to build it bigger and better than ever before, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. And he's paying for it. Well, he said he's paying for it, but then all of a sudden, it's a bunch of other people donating and paying for it. So he'll probably pay none of it, but that's okay. He got other people to pay for it. It's not the taxpayers, so that's good. So how could you get mad at that, right? So how could you get mad at that? You can't. It's a great thing. You know what I saw? You know what was even funnier? It wasn't him that said it, but it was I can't remember who it was. It was either like a right-wing reporter, or maybe it was even somebody in his... I don't think it was somebody in Trump's administration, but it was somebody that, like, shouldn't be saying stuff like this. No, he's not going to pay for it. He got all other people to pay for it, like a bunch of corporations and a bunch of other rich people. That's fine, but it's not the taxpayer, so that's good. I don't care who pays for it. As long as it's not the taxpayer. And it's not any foreign interests, that's fine. It's all domestic stuff. What I saw today, though, they were talking about maybe like doing some work on the West Wing. You know, like they were saying once Trump gets done with the East Wing and builds the ballroom, that he should tear down the West Wing and build it just as big. Because right now when they do this East Wing thing with the ballroom, that side of the house is going to be so much bigger, right? And it's not going to be symmetrical. So he needs to tear down the West Wing next and build that real big and fancy too. So what the person said is, oh, it's already been discussed and that'll probably happen in the third term. That's what they said. And I'm, just a troll whoever was asking that question. And I can't remember who it was that I saw that said that, but it was somebody that probably shouldn't be, trolling and talking about third term because, that just irks a lot of people. But yeah, they'll do that in the next term. He is the best at trolling, isn't he? That whole they're pretty good at it. They are pretty damn good at it. And remember, when he wins his third term, it'll be actually his fourth win, but only the third term, because he, of course, he won in 2020. He says, of course. All right, I think for real this time we're going to stop at this point right here and save a little bit for next time, so Marsh has a chance to see this. The House of Tea, because I don't know if he's watching or lurking. No, if he believe me, if Marmello was here and Roseanne's chatting, Marmello wouldn't be able to hold back. He'd be in here chatting. All right. With Duchess, right? Isn't that what he says, Duchess? Okay. Let's check out this shooting gallery job. See what this is like. Oh, Roseanne, there's a constitution, and believe whatever your side believes or not, it's actually something that he does respect and follows the Constitution. The Constitution will prohibit him 100% from being on the ballot as either president or vice president. That is true. And there's no chance we're getting rid of that constitutional amendment. That's too hard to do. Too hard to do. It won't happen. But will he be involved in the next term? Absolutely, if the Republicans win. So my thinking, and what I think will happen, again, I don't have any inside information, but I'm smart, and I studied political science and all that, so I know for a fact he can't run again. He actually can be on the ballot as vice president. Legally, he can be on there. What happens, though, is if he wins, like if they win, let's just say he's on the ballot and they win, whatever, Texas. What happens is when they actually do the electoral count in the House, they'll say that, oh, Donald Trump as vice president won Texas's 30 whatever electoral votes, but then they would rule those votes null and void, so he wouldn't get those votes because he was ineligible under the 22nd Amendment to be president or vice president. That's what they would say. So he could actually be on the ballot, but he can't win electoral votes. So what would happen, let's just say it was JD and then Trump trying to be vice president, under the theory that Trump would just, or either JD would resign right away or Trump would just be doing everything anyway and JD would just be a puppet, whatever. So what would happen is if Trump can't get the electoral votes, then JD could become president if they win enough. But then whoever the Democrat is running as vice president would become the vice president. So yeah, Trump can't be president or vice president. He could legally be on the ballot, but he can't win that way. So my thinking is what would really happen is they would get JD and probably Marco or somebody to be on the ballot. And if they win, they would just give Trump an office right next to the Oval Office. Or hell, they would just they would appoint him as special assistant to the president. Whatever, they give him some title. And he would just be in the office doing the job anyway. He would just be there doing it anyway. And what can you do to stop him? Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing you can do to stop it. If the president, whoever it is elected, JD, Marco, whoever they put on the ballot, if the president says they want him there helping, that's their prerogative. That's the way I think that they would do it. And that's the legal way that they would do it. That would be my guess right now. Now, can they come up with some other theory or some other thing? I don't think you can get around a constitutional amendment without altering the Constitution. Or having the Supreme Court declare that amendment void, which that would be really hard to do. It's a pretty clear amendment. It's clearly written. Everyone knows what it means. It's pretty, there really isn't wiggle room there. There really isn't much wiggle room. Now, would they actually put him in the Oval Office at the desk and have, like, JD or whoever it is in the hall down? No, I don't know. I don't think they would go that crazy. They would make it look a little more, legit. You'd have JD be the president. He'd be signing the stuff. And, Trump might be standing right next to him smiling the whole time. And everybody'd know that, like, Trump ain't going to stop doing his rallies. And he ain't going to stop. But the reality of the situation is, and, I know everyone, whether you love the guy or you hate him, doesn't want him, doesn't want him, doesn't want to wish bad upon our president, but he is 80 years old almost. He's 79 right now, I think. So, at some point, he's not going to be able to do the job. Right now, he passes all the cognitive tests. He's, like, way better than anybody, apparently. He's the smartest man. He's a very stable genius, he says. But at some point, that will start diminishing. Either his mental or physical ability to do the job. It's a matter of time. Will that be 3 years from now? Will it be 5 years? Will it be 10 years? I don't know. At some point, that's going to happen, so. That's just the reality of getting old. Now, has that stopped the president before? Sure didn't stop our last president, did it? It sure... And he might be 10 years healthier than his age. I don't know, Roseanne. He's out there golfing. He's flying all over the world. He gets like 3 hours of sleep a night. I mean, some people are built differently. I'm not saying that he's not. I mean, you've seen it. We've all seen it. We all know people that are super fit and healthy. They go jogging every day. They eat well. They don't smoke. They don't drink. And then they die when they're 35 or 40 or 50. They die way too young for some bullshit reason. Some health reason, not just like an accident. And then we all know the other people that eat bacon every day and cheeseburgers, and they drink and smoke, and they live to 90. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? But at some point, he's got to slow down. I mean, he will slow down, whether he wants to or not. At some point, it's just math. Well, I mean, there was another 79 or 80-year-old that was just in that office. I would say that the current president has a little bit more health than the last one. The last one was hiding cancer from the people, which, that's not good, hiding your health from the people, especially when you were trying to run for another 4 years, knowing that there's almost zero chance that you're going to make it another 4 years. That's probably not something you hide from the people. There was obvious mental incapacity that they were hiding, and they still deny, of course, if it was clear to the world. So, now, are you going to say physically is the current president more healthy at 300 pounds or whatever he is? So when he says he's probably really 200, but whatever, it's, I don't know, maybe not, but he's definitely more active. Definitely more active and sharp. You might not like what he does with that, but that's beyond a doubt. That is beyond a doubt. Alright, so what is this that we're cleaning? Another carnival? Are there a bunch of jobs we're gonna... Hey, you know what? Actually, this is the carnival from the last game. Now that I look at it. Right? This is from the last game. We cleaned that, and I know we cleaned some of that stuff over there. And we cleaned that. That's the slide thing. Yeah, okay, so we're just cleaning more of this carnival. Oh. Yeah, we cleaned that, too. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, he's 3 bills, no doubt, right? Or very close to it. He's got to be, right? I don't know. They say the TV adds a few pounds. I don't know, but maybe. But I mean, the guy used to work at McDonald's. I mean, it's hard to work at McDonald's and not gain a few pounds, okay? He used to make fries. Isn't that crazy that that was only a year ago? Like, that was about 1 year. I think it was, I just saw on Twitter, which is now X. I mean, I still call it Twitter because Calling it X sounds weird still. But yeah, I just saw it on Twitter. Like it's like been just like it was like just like a week or two ago. It's like the 1 year anniversary of Trump working at McDonald's. Like it wasn't that long ago. It's kind of nuts. Monopoly's back. Yeah, Roseanne. You've also missed out on me teaching everyone how to cheat and get tons of free food. It's still not. Oh my God, that thing meows. Did you hear that? Look at this. Oh, that's crazy. It's a shooting gallery. Wait, they want you to shoot cats? No, holy shit. Wait. This whole thing's about shooting cats? What are these up here? Oh, that's like a Bigfoot or something. Okay. Why would they have you shoot cats here? There was a Tim Hortons Toronto that was trying to arrange marriages between Indian workers. Oh, that's great. That's great. Need to find a Canadian to marry. Oh, okay. Roseanne, back third term. I guess it depends on what you mean by that. Would I support him being on the ballot in clear violation of the Constitution? No, I wouldn't support that, and I don't think a lot of people would. But then again, like, think about it. Even back in the 60s, the term limits is a whole thing that I don't agree with. I don't agree with term limits. I don't even agree with term limits in Congress, even though it's a very popular thing that the Republicans and a lot of people on the right advocate for all the time. Do I like having career politicians? Absolutely not. Do I think it was great that Joe Biden got in there when he was like 29 years old and he couldn't even get sworn in right away because you got to be 30 to serve? So like he just turns 30 and then he can get sworn in because anyway. And then he was there for his whole life. Do I love that? Not really, because once you're there, it's really easy to stay there. But if they had some kind of an election reform that got rid of the advantage, the incumbency advantage, that like made it a little bit easier for a new person to replace them, like someone like Chuck Schumer. Nobody likes Chuck Schumer. Not even people in New York like him. But it's impossible to get rid of him. It's based under the current system. There's so much money involved. You can't even run against them. And there's so many more examples. They need to fix that. But I don't like the idea of someone that's truly great having to leave. If there's someone truly great, why do we only get them for 8 years? I don't like that. I let the people decide. I think let the people decide. And, it's happened in the past. I mean, you had several presidents run for a third term before Roosevelt did, before Franklin Roosevelt. The people had that choice. And then Roosevelt decided, hey, we're in, World War, we're in a depression, facing a world war. I'm running again. And the people had that choice. They could have said no. But now they've made an amendment saying you can't do that. I don't know if I like that. And in the past, great presidents didn't just go away after their 2 terms. Like, for example, you got Eisenhower. A lot of people think Eisenhower was one of our greatest presidents. A lot of people like a lot of the things Eisenhower did. A lot of prosperity in the 1950s. Built the interstate highway system. Kept us out of any major wars, other than Korea, maybe. And he did a lot of people liked the job he did. He didn't go away in 1960 when John F. Kennedy took over. Kennedy called him all the time. You can actually listen to a lot of phone calls right on YouTube from the Kennedy Library between him and Eisenhower. Every time there was a problem, Kennedy'd be calling up Eisenhower. And he'd call you, and because Kennedy was a World War II vet and Eisenhower was the supreme commander, Kennedy always called him General, because they were military people. You didn't call him Mr. President or anything. And he got advice, like during the Cuban Missile Crisis and during a whole bunch of things. Because you don't want to lose that knowledge and that ability. You want to take advantage of that. You don't just throw it away. So yeah, I'm not against. I mean, I think he absolutely should be able to run if that's what the people want. But the Constitution prohibits it right now, and I don't like that. But that's the way it is. So would I support that? No, I like our Constitution. That said, if they came out and whoever they decide to run, unless like the president's really bad, like Biden, or unless their president has scandal all over him, like Clinton, usually the person running after an 8-year term has the president campaigning with him, So whoever runs, let's just say it's JD, because that's what would probably happen, because that's what a vice president usually does. You're going to have Trump campaigning all over with him. And if part of that campaigning is Trump saying, hey, you guys all love me and the job we did, I'm not going anywhere. It's JD's turn, but I'm still going to be there helping out. Don't worry. I got this. We got this. And am I going to be against that? Why should I be against that? Why should I be against that? I don't know. You do agree for the presidency? Okay, what if we get into another situation like FDR? We're either in the middle of a big Great Depression or he had both in 1940. Towards the end of the Great Depression, and World War II is right around the corner. It's already started in Europe. And not everybody, but the majority thought he was doing a great job and had us on the right path. Doesn't it seem a little crazy that we're all forced to get rid of someone that we like and that we think is the best for our country? In a crazy situation like that? I just don't know if that's the best result. And similar in Congress. If you get someone that really knows your district, that all the people love, then let the people decide. Let the people have that choice. Same with their senators. And that's the way it is right now. There's no term limit yet. They keep talking about it. Because I see the downside. You don't want somebody in there for life like most senators are. Or can be. Because that's just based on corruption. And the way the elections are so much in favor of an incumbent because of the money that's involved. And the parties rig it by by basically not allowing people to run against the incumbents. So if you're a Democrat in New York and you don't like what Chuck Schumer's doing, you can't really do anything about it because your Democrat Party won't let you have a primary against him. You'll be blackballed and you'll be thrown out. It's kind of too powerful for incumbents. That system could be changed. It would take some work and cooperation, but it could be. I like changing that system way better than saying we only get the best people for a few years. Some people, you don't want to lose them. You don't want to lose that knowledge. You don't want to lose that ability. But yeah, I get that with the president. There is danger that somebody stays way past what we want them to stay, and but the people have the vote. That's up to the people. That's up to the people. All right, money should be limited. I mean, that's very hard to do. How do you limit the money? I mean, the Supreme Court's already ruled spending money is basically free speech. If Elon wants to go around and spend billions of dollars on advertisements and doing something for what he believes in, you can't tell him he can't do it. I mean, you can, but then that's violating his free speech. Or if you put a limit on it, okay, fine. Let's say, fine, we're willing to violate a very, very rich person's free speech. You could say that. But then how do you stop them from doing it? Okay, so then what about somebody like, like the Murdochs that own fucking TV stations. They're not going to spend any money, but they could just do things on their TV stations all day long. You know? Can you stop them from doing that? I mean, how do you talk? So if you limit the money, how do you limit the non-monetary stuff? How do you limit all the people like fucking Oprah and Beyonce and all the Hollywood people for going out there and advertising every day and talking on their social media about the Democrat person, which right now they get paid. We see that Beyonce got like what, $5 million just to say she liked Kamala, and Oprah got over $1 million to do a stupid little interview. But you could foresee it. Maybe they would actually have a Democratic candidate that the celebrities actually liked someday, and maybe they would consider doing a lot of that for free, like they've done in the past. They wanted money from Kamala, because Kamala was a fucking joke. And everybody knew that. And everybody that voted for Kamala knew she was a joke. They were just voting for her because they hated Trump so much. Nobody voted for Kamala. Nobody voted for Kamala. They voted against Trump. And that's very clear. That's very clear. But yeah, is that fair? That you would have all these people doing this for free and getting all that word out about their candidate, but you wouldn't let somebody spend money to do the same? So it'd be very, very hard to like restrict the money without having a similar way to restrict non-monetary gifts, basically. Non-monetary contributions. It's not a perfect system. And that's why the best answer is probably to have no limits, like it is right now. If you really want to go out there and spend $1 billion, then go spend $1 billion. But then that basically is buying the presidency to some extent. But at the end of the day, the people still decide. And if people can be bought, then that's more of a reflection on the people that are bought than the people purchasing. Yeah? Don't think a lot of people No, Mitch should have been gone 10, 20 years ago. People that are diehard people that love Republicans don't like him at all. Except that they do like that he fucked with Obama and stole the Supreme Court position from him. Well, he played by the rules, but he kind of, he did what he could to kind of, take advantage of the situation. He didn't break any laws, I would say. He might have broken tradition, but a lot of people like that he did that. Of course, people on the other side hate that he did that. But yes, but yeah, Mitch McConnell's a big piece of shit. I think most people agree with that. Most people agree that he's incompetent and he shouldn't even be there. He doesn't even know he doesn't even know his name probably anymore. He freezes in place. He collapses. It's like he should not be there. He would not be able to pass the stable genius test that Trump says he passes all the time with flying colors. He would not be able to pass that. He shouldn't be there. But do I think there should be term limits on him? No. Should there be some kind of a cognitive test at some point? I disagree with that too. Because then who writes the test? Who takes the test? That could be manipulated and you could that could become partisan all of a sudden. No. At the end of the day, the people of Kentucky could get rid of Mitch McConnell if they wanted to. They don't do it. For whatever reason, they don't do it. And the reason they don't do it is because the parties are too damn strong. The Republican Party doesn't let anybody run against Mitch McConnell. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's not that they don't need term limits. They don't need money restriction. It's the parties just have too much power. And I don't know the right answer of how you limit that power, but they're just way too powerful. It'll be 20 minutes before I read this far down. Oh, no, that was only 4 minutes. Wait, did I miss a lot though? Probably, I don't know. We don't talk politics here. What are we talking about here? We're just playing some PowerWash. Just playing a little PowerWash. Bill Mig! Bill Mig's gonna pass it. What's up, Big Bill? Woo! We were just talking about whether we were gonna support Trump for a third term. Of course we will, right, Miller? Big Daddy Trump? Of course we'll support him for a third term. But I was correcting the viewers, Mill. I'm not just supporting him for a third term. I'm supporting him for his fourth presidential victory. It'll be his third term, but his fourth victory. Right? Hey, they're the ones keep calling him a king. Mill, I think we just need to start embracing that. Look, he's not a king. We all know he's not a king. A king wouldn't let all these idiots protest like they did. A king wouldn't allow that. King Charles wouldn't let a bunch of people go around saying no kings right in front of his house. But we know he's not a king. Of course he's not a king. But you know what? If they want him to be a king so much, let's show him what a king would be. Let's just show him. Let's just show him, right? Is that what we're saying? Oh, shit. It's funny. We'll show you what a king is. How about that? You want to see a king? I'll show you a king. What's going on, Miller? Did you hear one of your security guys there won one of the raffle prizes? Not only walked out of there with our club's cash, but some of our silver, too. That was pretty cool. Alright. Kittle blames new chat tags for this. Well, it is harder to read like the chat and the names. Like when it's just like an @Roseanne or an @Bill Big Hunt Silver or an @Alfies. It is harder to read. It is. He's practically the second coming. I mean, it is almost supernatural. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get into like religious things, but when you see how much energy he has at 79, you see how much winning he's doing. He's ended what, like 9 wars now? He gets like 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep, and all he does is drink Diet Coke and eat cheeseburgers. I mean, he was a former McDonald's employee. I mean, it's almost unreal, isn't it? And at some point, you gotta say, I mean, what is it? Is he an angel? Is he? Is it some kind of like what is it, like the? I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Is he like the next evolution beyond human that the rest of us will attain someday, but he's attained it early? Like it's something, right? I mean, at some point. At some point, and it's not like people are just leaving him alone and letting him do his whole thing. Like half of the world is actively trying to destroy him. I mean, they're shooting at him. They're trying to put him in prison, and he just keeps on going, and he just keeps on going. I mean, it's at some point you got to wonder. You know, at some point, Roseanne. Bigfoot. That's what that was. It said Bigfoot. I mean, we have peace in the Middle East. I mean, right? Middle East peace. I mean, when have none of us have ever been able to say that in our lifetimes? None of us. I mean, that alone. That alone should get you, like, thinking. It's like, wow. Not only who is this guy, but almost like, what is this guy? Right? Not only who is this guy, what is this guy? Like, how? Like, is this real life? That's what you're, like, gotta start thinking, right? Like, is this even real life? It's amazing. It's amazing. Bill Big Hunt Silver. Yep, sorry you couldn't make it down to our show, Miller. But it was pretty good. We had a good crowd and lots of buying and selling and people bitching that silver prices are too high, and then the sellers bitching that we're not paying enough for their silver and stuff, and the guy that I shared the table with, you know, like him bitching about everything all the time, of course, and so you know the guy I shared the table with. I'm not going to say his name here. I don't want to dox him, but the night before, Miller, I got, you know, I text him, right, because I buy the donuts, right? You'll like this. I buy the donuts, right? So I figure I'm going to do a nice thing. I'm going to text him and say, hey, man, just for our table, I've got to go buy donuts in the morning. Do you want any donut in particular? Do you want anything in particular? And I'll have that ready for us, you know, so nobody else takes it. You know, I'll have it for you. So a normal person, like if I call you and ask you, like if we're gonna meet tomorrow, right? And I'll say, hey, I'll bring coffee and donut. What kind of donut you want? You would probably text back and say, oh, thanks, Kittle. Get me a jelly donut. Or oh, you know, I'll take a chocolate, you know, or I'll take just whatever, you know, you don't even care. That's what a normal person would do. This, oh, his belly was definitely hanging out. Oh, and his ass crack and everything. It was great. And he doesn't give a shit. No, so this dude texts me back. Here, let me open up the text just to make sure I read it exactly correctly. He texts me back. Here it is. I say, any requests for donut type when I buy tomorrow morning? See ya in the AM. He says, pick me up a jelly, a custard, and a couple of chocolate old fashions. He wanted a jelly donut, a custard donut, and a couple of chocolate old fashions. I offer to get him a donut, and he orders 4 of them. So at that point, I just got a whole extra half dozen just for me and him. So basically what I did is I just got 1 apple fritter for me. I order his 4 donuts. And then I think I got like a 3rd chocolate old-fashioned just in case I wanted one, or if I didn't want it, I know he would eat it. So I have them behind our table. Guess who didn't even get 1 donut? Guess who didn't even get 1 donut? Me. Because, you know, me at that show, I'm busy running around doing all kinds of stuff, trying to make sure everything's running good, so I'm not at the table the whole time. So I don't even really remember to eat my apple fritter until it's about noon. And then I think about it, and I'm like, whatever. They're already doing the lunches. I'll just have like a sandwich and stuff like that. And then it gets to the end of the show, and everybody's packing up. And he leaves a little bit early because he didn't want to stay and wait for everybody else to pack up. You know how long some of those other guys take to pack up. So he's like, "Oh, see you guys." And then as I'm packing up the rest of my shit, I'm like, "Hey, did anybody see that box of donuts laying around?" And you know, security guy Joe, he's like, "Oh yeah, is that the box that said Yum Yum on it?" He's like, "Oh yeah, you know, the guy at your table, he was walking right out with that. I was wondering what that was." I'm like, so that son of a bitch not only took his donuts, he took my donut too. He took my donut too. Because I was thinking I didn't even eat it. I should at least take it home and I'll eat it, you know, at home or for breakfast the next morning or whatever. But no, he fucking took mine too. Classic, huh? Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Oh man. Well, that's why I got an apple fritter. Because what I usually do for all the dealers is we just get like 3 dozen donuts, and the place I go to, they do 14 donuts in a dozen, not just 12 or not a baker's dozen of 13. They do 14, and usually that's plenty. So I got the 3 dozen donuts, but when you just get a dozen, and I just tell the people at the donut place, like, I don't care what you put in there, just put a good mix of stuff, you know? And they had a bunch of Halloween ones and fun stuff, and they put a good mix. But they don't put, like, really good ones like the jelly-filled and the apple fritters and, like, they call those the premium donuts, I guess. Those you got to pay, like, an extra 50 cents or an extra $1 a donut, depending on which ones you're getting. So, but I wanted an apple fritter, so when we did so I got me and guy at the table an extra half dozen, and I'm like, I don't care what the extra charge is. I'm getting an apple fritter. He's gonna get his jelly and his custard and all the other bullshit. But I never got my apple fritter. Never got it. Oh, man. It looked good, too. It was fresh that morning. It looked good. Oh, no, I bet your mom didn't. Yeah, mom didn't get it either. Yeah, he gets home and... Yep. That Yum Yum box got hidden away. It didn't go, like, right on the counter. Or maybe he doesn't even. I don't know. I don't even know if he likes apple fritters. He didn't request that. Maybe he doesn't like apple fritters, and he knew that, and he figured that one will be for mom. Took my damn donut. Come on, get back up there, dickhead. That's a light bulb. Whoa, got lights in here. Okay. Oh man, but yeah, it was pretty smooth. No issues. No like security concerns this time, like with people hanging around that shouldn't be there. And now the only thing that happened is towards the end of the show, there was a crew of gypsies that came in, a group of 3 that were starting to like go around. So we just had to tell the guys, hey, keep an extra eye on whatever the hell these guys are doing, because there's lots of instances in the area, you know, Southern California, where they come into shows or coin shops and just rip off dealers. Like, they ask to have more than one thing out of the case at a time, and then they palm things when you're not looking, and they'll take 4 things out of the case and hand them all back to you, and then the dealer forgets, especially the older guys, or when they pay for things, like they'll actually buy things, they do like kind of tricks with the money to where they... like you count out the money and then they mess with it a little, and then you think you got enough, but then you don't have enough, and I don't know, all kinds of games they play. But so we just had to. The guy at the first table that's a pain in the butt. He was like really worried about it. He was like, "You guys got to throw these guys." I'm like, "Dude, we're not throwing anybody out of the show unless we see them do something wrong, or unless we know that like it's someone specific, you know, that has done something or is, you know." Anyway, he was like super paranoid and like, okay, whatever. I'm like, you can tell them I'm like, if they come to your table, you can tell them you're not interested. You know, move on to the next table. Not doing business. Tell them whatever you want. But oh shit, Bavarian cream. See, I haven't had that, like the custard filled ones or the cream ones, or I haven't had those in a long time. Those are good, though. Or, like, big old jelly-filled or raspberry or something. Those are all good, too. They're a mess, though. They're a mess, but that's okay. No, I like the apple fritters, though. Those are good. Let's see. Maybe I'll scammer at them and spray them. Well, you could do that, Alfred. You definitely could do that. Oh, he's a lot. Well, believe me, there was a lot of that going on at the show, Miller. You know, because you know he has his own shows there, and we have ours, and everything we were doing, you know, we did it wrong and not like him. And I'm so tempted, and you know, guy at the table definitely wants me to do that. The donut thief definitely wants me to do it. He says next year, take his table and the other one in the front, and call that the premium section. And instead of being whatever price they are, those tables each cost an extra $250 now. Because that's the premium section to be right out in front. And that's true. We should charge more for those tables. He says charge an extra $250 a table up there. And then they'll bitch about it and cry about it. And then me and you will buy it, he says. And then, yeah, I'm like... Or not even charge extra like that. Just call them the sponsorship. You know, like one table you got to pay extra because that sponsors... You know, some of the prizes for the raffle, and then the other one is our what do you call it? Like kitchen sponsor. They pay for all the lunch and refreshments, and then somebody else can be they're just for sponsor. You know, then you get your name like on the postcard as being a sponsor of the show and the club, and we could do it that way. And they would just because we know that he wouldn't pay it, he would just bitch about it. And right now I could do that because at the show we had at least, I could have sold at least 4 more tables, because we had, you know, dealers calling at the last minute, or even in the weeks ahead of time saying, hey, any more tables up? I'm like, I don't got any more tables. And they're like, oh, bummer. And there's other dealers there that want a second table that only have 1 table now. So if I got rid of him with 2 tables, and then the other guy across from him that has 2 tables, got rid of all 4 of those tables, I mean, we'd still have a full room. And that's because the market's kind of good right now in silver. But if this coin market starts sucking, then it's harder to do that. But and then if I can get rid of the other guy, you know, the old guy that takes forever to pack up because he brings 4 tables worth of stuff, if I can get rid of that, that would be ideal, because then our security guys can go home like a half hour earlier. Because that's what we're doing at the end of the thing. We're just waiting for 1 guy to pack up. It's actually 2 guys. It's one of the guys that's up front that we could get, that we would charge extra for his, and he would say no. And then the dude that brings 4 tables worth of stuff. And he was by himself this time, man. It took forever for him. But if we could get, we'd all be out of there a half hour early at least, if we didn't have to wait for him. I don't know. We don't want to get too crazy about it, but definitely, we could definitely streamline it if we wanted to get there. No, he's a real nice guy, but it's not only that he just brings too much and he's slow because he's old. I get it. I'm gonna be way slower and more of a pain in the butt when I'm his age if I get there, and I'm still doing this shit. I'm not. I mean, I don't even like the unloading and loading as is, you know, let alone when I'm that age. But no, it's that he doesn't try to hurry at all. Like, we'll be at the end of the show, you know, saying, okay, everybody, the show's closed, and he'll still be dealing with customers and not even trying to, like, it'll be 10 minutes after the show's over and he's still trying to do deals, and it's like, dude, start packing up. Let's go. You know, you're holding us all up. So that's kind of, and then he, like, you know, doesn't want to pay full price because he has 4 tables and he wants a discount, and kind of a pain in the butt. But again, when the coin market sucks and we have difficulty selling tables, it's nice to have him take 4, because that's, you know, fills the room. But because we've been in that situation in the past where, like, fuck, we do a show and it's like nobody wants to do it because the market sucks. It hasn't been that way in a while. We have 44% on this. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Well, there's a situation there, Miller, and I can't get into too much detail on here probably because I don't know all the answers, but you know the guys that you dealt with them, they're on Instagram all the time. I don't want to say their name, but the guys that are kind of in the middle at the show that do all the silver pours, and they're kind of wild, if I can say that. They can do all their own silver pours, the younger dudes. So hopefully you remember them, because I don't want to say their full name there. Well, apparently something happened with them and her, at the show last weekend in Las Vegas. Something apparently happened there. Because the guys that I'm talking about, that do the pours, called me on Tuesday, right before the show, saying that they can't do our show. I'm like, what? You can't do the show? What happened? You know, because they've always done it, and they've always had their table. He's calling me like 4 days before the show, right? He's calling me like 4 days before the show, saying they can't do our show. I'm like, why? What's going on? And he's like, oh, we're sorry, just, you know, something personal. I'm like, oh, okay, no worries, you know, no worries. You don't have to dig into it. I figured somebody died, or, you know, mom or somebody's in the hospital. So I figured something like that. Whatever. I don't need the pry, and I don't care because, well, normally I'd be pissed because, oh man, that's a table we're not going to sell now. But I had, you know, 5 dealers on a waiting list, so it's like, great. Immediately called somebody else, filled the table, no problem. Club's in a great shape, and I helped out a different dealer. I helped out 2 dealers. The guys that say they can't be there for a personal reason, and the other guy that wants a table. Win, 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 all around great. Well, turns out that she, during the show, asked, hey, have you heard from the guys that do the pours? Aren't they supposed to be here? I'm like, and she was just baiting me, of course. I'm like, yeah, I've heard of them. They called me like a few days ago saying that they couldn't do the show because of personal reasons. And she's like, oh, that's what they told you? I'm like, yeah, that's what he told me. He's like, well, the reason they're not here is that she has a restraining order against them. I'm like, oh. And she says that to me, like, oh, a restraining order. I'm like, well, that certainly sounds like a personal reason not to be here to me. And I didn't really get into it too much more because right when that happened, I got a phone call that I had to take care of. Something else was going on at the show, and I never got back to hear any details of it. But so apparently something happened at the Las Vegas show last weekend where they did something or said something, and now they can't do shows where they're all at the same show together anymore, I guess. I don't know. Not sure how that's going to work, but... oh, man. So there's more details I gotta find out there eventually, but... some definite drama. My guess is they all got drunk, they got kind of mouthy and were probably saying some offensive stuff, or offensive to her, and she probably exaggerated a lot of that into saying, felt personally attacked or threatened or something like that. That'd be my guess. Now, could it have actually been something more than that and it turned physical, or maybe, I don't know, but that would just be my guess without knowing any more details. My guess is they ran their mouth, because I can't see them doing or trying anything. I don't know. Crazy. Alright, we're at 50%. I think I'm about done with this for tonight. What do we think? Should we see what we name this place? What is this place? PowerWash. That was easy to clean. Oh my god, this is a PowerWash Simulator. Wait a minute. I'm cleaning a Carnival PowerWash Simulator in a game called PowerWash Simulator. Holy crap, mind blown. Mind blown. What I still don't understand, Roseanne, is they want you to shoot cats. I mean, I guess it's just water, but... and cats don't like water, I guess. That's true. Okay. Hey, if I shoot this UFO, does it do anything? Oh, it does. Oh, that's going to be hard to clean with it moving like that. What about the plane? Okay, that one doesn't move. Okay, that's cool. Oh, fancy. Well, thanks for hanging out, Roseanne. Good to see you. And, yeah. I think we're going to be done here. For now. Save this for the next one. Oh, we got to clean the prizes, too. Nice. 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 How do you close this? How do you stop this? Manual save. We'll do one of those. And... how do you get out of here? Back to home base. Okay. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Anyway, Roseanne, if you're still listening, long story, wrap back around to you telling me there's a McDonald's Monopoly game. If you read the official rules, there's a link to alternative method of entry. You click that link, you put your email address in, they immediately email you an email confirmation with a code. You click the link in the email, you put that code in, then you fill out your name and address, and then about 12 hours later, they send you 2 free codes to use in the game. You do that 5 times. Don't wait until you get that. Just right away, do 5 of those entries. 12 hours later or so, you get 10 codes for the game. You can do that every day, which now the game's almost over, so you kind of blew it. But you can do that every day, get 10 free codes to put in the game, and get tons of free shit. I won a $50 Lowe's gift card already, and I got, like, I think I got at least, like, 50 free food things in my app. Will I be able to use all those before they expire on November 23rd? Not a chance. I looked the other day, I think I got like 12 free breakfast sandwiches, like 10 free milkshakes, like 14 free fries or cones, and all this shit. So I can basically go there every day, every meal, till November 23rd and eat something for free. The problem is you can't combine things. So you can't combine that with another deal, or you can't use like 3 free things at once. You're supposed to wait 15 minutes between orders to use the free stuff. But there is a workaround around that. If you want to do that, of course. You just use the kiosk in the store and you can order a whole bunch of shit. I haven't tried it yet, but I read about it. It's possible. I can clean my own place in here, nice. Right in the electric socket. Don't try this at home, kids. Okay. That said, I am trying to figure out how to close the game. I guess just close the game, right? Well, that's what I'm doing. I don't know. Hopefully that's fine. Yeah, hopefully it's saved enough. Cool. Alright, have a good night, everybody. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again, Miller, for the super chat to 19.99. Didn't have to do it. But you did. Want to do a hockey match? What, like Blackhawks versus the Senators? Not really. Not really. Not right now. We can do it. We can try it, though, sometime. We gotta get Gringo on there so we can do 3s as well. But, nah. Mostly because I don't know exactly where my NHL disc is, because I gotta find the disc, and I have an idea of where. I'd have to look on the shelf, and I'd actually have to get up off the couch and, like, and put the disc in and find it and stuff like that. And yeah. Anyway, we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, nobody calls me chicken. No. Hey, 7-3 though. Touchdown and a field goal. All right, and we got to get a good night's sleep because we gotta watch the Blue Jays, or watch a Blue Jays, or whatever Mark calls it, right? We gotta watch a Blue Jay tomorrow. All right, have a good night, everybody. Thanks again for watching. Bye.